Welcome back to the broadcast. Well, our first guest brings new meaning to the phrase running with the big boys. Jen Welter is the first woman to play professional football in a non-kicker position. She plays running back for the Texas Revolution. And when she gets hit by a 6'4", 260-pound linebacker, maybe someone the size of my son, she just pops right back up. She says, "Is that all you got? Is that all you got?" I'll bet you do say that now, beating you.
I couldn't help it. All I heard was they were celebrating. I'm thinking, I got back up. Like, is that it? Like, all right, we're good. We're playing football.
Do you dirty talk? Not dirty talk. Do you
trash talk? That works really well with the guys. It throws it.
Do you? I don't know what they call it. Like
trash talk.
Smack or trash talk with them?
That was probably the only time I really talked smack. Although there was a guy on the second game, and he was just kind of really over the top, and some of my guys were getting protective. And of course, I was like, don't let him use me to get to you. And then he was walking by me after, I think he maybe helped me up after a tackle, and I just looked at him and I was like, "Hey, did you grab my butt?" And he goes, oh my gosh, that was so awesome.
So you flustered them. You get them a little flustered. I like that.
I was like, "Hey, by the way, I just out smack talk to you too." And he just started laughing. He was like, "Yo, she's cool," but
so
you gotta have fun with it.
Little 5'2" gets plowed down by 6'4". What does that feel like?
It's not really any different than having played with the women. I actually saw the biggest woman I saw in my life when I played for Team USA, and she was 6'8", 350 pounds.
Oh my God.
Okay, well none of us.
So the guys are kind of, the same.
I don't think I've never been plowed by 6'4" anything. So what does that feel like? Can you describe it?
It's intense. It's amazing. When you get back up, there's no feeling like it in the world. Like, I love tackle football. I mean, I was on the opposite side of the ball for my whole career in women's, and making a good, clean tackle is one of the best feelings in the world. So
I couldn't agree more.
But really, honestly, the only ones that hurt are bad tackles. It's bad form that gets you hurt. It's not good form. And that's why you were talking about the flag thing.
Yeah.
And I don't actually agree. I don't agree with teaching our kids to tackle well later, because that's all you're going to do by putting them in flag first. I think you should teach them to really tackle, which is like a rugby tackle, so you're taking your head out of the equation. When you learn how to tackle with no pads and no helmet like I did, you certainly think about it in a much different way. When they gave me pads and a helmet after playing rugby, I was smarter about it. I still don't use my head in tackles, and if people watch my game film, they're like, "Oh, you do hit like a rugby player."
Jen, so I've got a really serious question. How does the locker room work? Like, do you have your own locker room? Are you in there with the guys? What? I want to know about, like, the pregame rituals that happen with you and 40 guys.
Well, I actually got dressed with the dance team. And,
Okay.
in terms of all the changeables that anybody would worry about. And then right before you get padded up, I'd be in the locker room with the guys. So it's really not that different. Except I will say, walking into the dance team's locker room when I'm trying to get like my mindset before the first game really threw me, because it looked like Sephora exploded. And here I'm thinking all these guys want to take my head off, and the girls were literally glittering each other.
I'd like to ask you one thing. You have a doctorate.
I do.
Okay, you're not going to be playing football all your life.
No, I'm gonna join you ladies when I'm done.
What's the backup plan?
Well, I do consult right now in sports psychology, and that I love. And so doing stuff like this in the media and being able to share kind of the mental perspective to go with the athlete's perspective is really fun to me. So I'm really enjoying that part of it.
That's just amazing that you've accomplished so much. And two totally different tasks. One mental that is intense and succeeding in that, and then going into an arena where women didn't go and accomplishing that. That is fabulous.
Well, thank you.
Oh, I mean it is.
To me, it all goes together really well. I was able to accomplish things as an undersized linebacker, as an undersized football player, and I wanted to kind of understand it and be able to share that with other athletes. Like, what does it take from the mental perspective to be able to reach success at the highest level? So, I studied at the same time when I was playing, and to me, that was a good balance. So, when I work with athletes, they can't say, "Oh, you don't understand, you haven't done it." I'm like, "No, actually,
yes,
I have done it."
So Jen,
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask, like, when you got signed with the team, what was that moment like? And was there, obviously, must have been a lot of buzz around the fact that you're a female.
Right.
So what was that like?
I think one of the best parts of it was hearing somebody like Tim Brown, who is part owner of our team, say, this is a phenomenal athlete. She deserves to be here just like the guys do. Yeah. And when they asked, is this just a publicity thing? He said, this is you know, this is cage football. You can't run out of bounds. Like, there's nowhere to go. Like, you are going to have to take the hit, so it's not a question. And it was a blessing to me because I felt like being a running back, you know, carrying the football is kind of not really my personality. You know, I've been a linebacker. I've been in the trenches, you know, getting the ball back and giving it to somebody else for so long that to be running the football for the first time was very symbolic to me because I feel like I'm running the football for all of the women who have played for a very long time, and that to me is just the greatest feeling.
Do you feel like you have your own little cheering team? Are there fans that you feel like just have really rallied around you and supported you and made you feel like when you look up in the stands and see somebody wearing your jersey, is that kind of a cool moment for you?
It is.
Like you feel like a champion for females everywhere?
There was a game and I wasn't even dressed out. They actually had me on injured reserve and I wasn't able to play. And there was a section of girls in the stadium. And with about 3 minutes left, we're winning the game, and all they're cheering is, "We want Jen, put Jen in."
Wow.
And these girls were going crazy in the stadium, and I hadn't even played a down of football, and they treated me as if it was, you know, if I was, you know, Tom Brady or somebody of that status, and it was pretty amazing because, I mean, I was just in tears because even the coach from the other team said, "Man, that just killed me. Like, I really wanted to see you go in that game." I had guys on my team like, "Can we just put her in? Like, take my pads and helmet? Like, this is killing me." Like, these big giant men are like, "Jen, this is crazy. Like, can you just go in, please?" You know, even the refs were like, "You can come in. You have black pants on. It's okay. We won't give you a uniform violation." And there have been kind of that response all over the country.
That's
and,
awesome.
It's been better than I could have imagined.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Yeah.
you so
Really,
much for coming in.
Oh, ladies, a pleasure.
Sure,
Anytime.
It's a real treat to meet you.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
you
I know
too.
everyone is thinking about the game. Okay, the Texas Revolution have a game this Saturday night at the Allen Event Center. Jen will be suited up and ready to go. I feel like we all need to like go
Yeah,
and
I want to like
cheer
get a
you on.
six-pack of beer and go cheer you on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would love to have you guys
I just
there.
want you to train my arms.
Come on, you can do that too. I do personal training.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
On my
Well,
way.
this Friday starts the first ever Fork and Cork Festival, and it's happening right here in Addison, Texas. We'll meet up with one of the participating chefs when we come back. Don't go anywhere.